Millions of people look up at the sky and blame solar storms when their head starts pounding. But what if science proved the real trigger is something else entirely? Researchers crunched massive datasets to test this planetary mystery, and the findings completely overturn what most people believe. Did you know that the single largest test on this topic analyzed 63 million headache and migraine tweets during the peak of solar cycle 24? Researcher Milojevic found no correlation with geomagnetic activity, reporting a Spearman rho of -0.007 for headache and 0.015 for migraine. The study estimated that a signal would have shown up even if just 1 to 2% of headaches were storm-triggered, placing a very low upper bound on space weather effects. But here is where it gets strange. Weather sensitivity is not all in your head. Temperature showed a genuine, measurable link. A 7,054 patient emergency department case crossover study found that a 5 degrees Celsius rise in 24-hour temperature was associated with an acute headache risk increase of about 7.5%. Odds ratio 1.075. P equals 0.006. This association was stronger for migraine. Odds ratio 1.111. The non-migraine headache. Odds ratio 1.059. Though researchers emphasize this as an association, not proof of cause. And yet, what about changing barometric pressure? In that same 7,054 patient study, lower barometric pressure was associated with non-migraine, tension-type headaches 48 to 72 hours later, with an odds ratio of 0.939 per 5 mm Hg. P equals 0.002. This correlational effect was delayed and did not appear for migraines. But the popular belief that dropping air pressure triggers migraine attacks is where the science gets even more contested. A 98-patient prospective diary cohort by Lee and colleagues in Environment International 2019 found pressure associations with migraine onset were generally null. Furthermore, a 26,777-patient Japanese claims cohort by Tatsumoto and colleagues in Frontiers in Neurology 2025 found no significant overall pressure-migraine association, noting the result even flipped direction between models, leading the authors to describe it as negligible. So why does this debate refuse to settle? A narrative review by Maney and Schuster in 2019 alongside a 2025 Prisma systematic review by Farah and colleagues, evaluating 14 studies with 2,696 participants. Both reported inconsistent results across the board. Scientists found no consensus on whether higher or lower pressure matters, no proven causation, and a complete absence of randomized treatment trials. Here is the honest verdict. Weather sensitivity is real and scientifically studied, but geomagnetic solar storms are probably not the culprit behind your headache. Temperature and other atmospheric shifts appear to matter more, though the effects are small and nothing is proven to directly cause pain. You are not imagining your symptoms, but because individual responses vary so much, the only way to know your specific triggers is to track them yourself. Subscribe for weekly space weather science. And the only way to find your triggers is to track them. Do it free in the howarewe app, link in the description.